Hello Taurus, welcome to your Astroflower reading for August. Finally getting here, I hope. Technical issues, do apologise about that. It's all a bit late and everything like that. Was supposed to be coming out yesterday. So yes, I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a lovely reading, and thank you very much for all your support you give to this channel. Overall energies, let's just jump straight in here. Overall energies, 8 of Cups. Walk away from something. I think this is, because this is in the overall energy, it's more of a case of walking away from a type of life that you are creating, or you might have put yourself into. And it's not like walking away from your job, walking away from, it could well be for some of you, and it could well be walking away from any sort of relationships and stuff like that. That could well be. But I think this is much more of an inner thing, because it's over a month. I think it's walking away from an attitude. I think that's the sort of thing I'm getting from here. And it's going on, maybe it's sort of like, it could be walking away from an attitude of sort of kind of going, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'm going to make it, which is not really Taurus, to be honest. Taurus, when they get a bee in their bonnet, you guys just kind of and plow through it, which is great, which is fantastic. And you're really hard workers. I know a lot of Tauruses. They like things to be precise and in place and everything like that. Super organized, to be honest, in certain aspects of life. In other aspects of life, maybe not. But here I think it's walking towards a discovery of yourself. And it could be a walking towards a discovery of the idea of, now things are working in my favor. What do I want to discover in life? I think this is much more of a spiritual question than anything else. Okay, let's just have a look. Let's have a look what's going on in your karmic message for your relationship side. Ace of Pentacles. Engaging Ace of Pentacles. So, yeah, you are bringing forth here an opportunity, because it's your karmic path. It's you that's got to seize on this opportunity. Connection, very physical, which Taurus, you're really good at. Physical connection with other people. So this could be to do with activities. This could be being that person that's kind of going, hey, everybody, let's have a meal together. Let's have a barbecue together. Or you wouldn't be having a barbecue here. The weather is atrocious. It's that sort of thing. It's like an opportunity, a brand new start. And this is what this whole walking away thing is all about. And I think it's something, I think when we start doing that, when we start opening up and sort of like, offering opportunities around us, opportunities come back into our lives. It's a fair exchange with the universe. And so I think this is also a degree within your karmic path that to seize on these connections with people in a very physical sense. A very lucky card as well in regards to your relationships. Okay, let's have a look at week. So this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So let's just have a look at first week. Change of fortunes. This is what I'm sort of saying. Walking towards something, walking towards, allow your curiosity, a bit like a seal, allow your curiosity to really start opening doors in regards to your relationships. And in this first week here, you're going to notice, if you really do engage like that, you're going to notice a change of attitude, not only within you, but within the people that are around you. And it's going to give you that sense of, yeah, this is great. I'm winning. I'm opening doors. I'm enjoying life. I'm laughing loads. I'm getting fitter. I'm doing activities. I'm exploring life. It's like this. I think it's like a moment that you really understand something. In the second week, you get justice. And I think this is where you get your just desserts. I think you bring harmony back into your life. You've been working hard, Taurus. I've noticed that in your readings. And what do we say? All work makes John a dull person. That sort of thing. And I think this is a month here where you can bring harmony back into your life in regards to work and play ethic. Which builds a lot of fun within your life, builds a lot of harmony and connection with other people and feeling good about life, basically. Okay, nothing's perfect, nothing ever will be perfect. But at the same time, I think you've got this opportunity here with that Ace of Pentacles to really engage with the world around you and walk away from that sort of Taurus that tends to, you know, sometimes Taurus can be a little bit quiet, a little bit reserved and not want to be, you know, jumping around and showing. I'm not sort of saying, you know, do stupid things. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying just sort of engage in activities that really make you kind of go, yeah, I like that. And you will get that back in the second week. And I think in the second week, you will understand that. That's going to open up possibilities. Once you get that harmony back in your place, that's when you can see things in a really good way. In the third week, though, you get the Four of Cups. So when you open up to people, some people take a little, it's a bit like a diesel engine. Sometimes it takes a little bit of, it takes a bit of time for them to warm up before they get going. And you putting it out there, yeah, you're going to notice that some people, I think in this third week here, because you get yourself into a harmonious place, in this third week here, you may feel that within your relationships, and that's what you get with the Three of Cups there, within your social sort of relationships and stuff like that, you get this sort of sensation of people are not, some people are not returning what you're putting into it. And that may be a little bit disappointing for you. And I think you're going to feel like you're hard done by, kind of going, you know, what's going on? You know, I put it out there, I connect with you and everything like that. And having frank conversations with people, and I think that's probably what you need to do. Coming from that balance point, so you're not coming from a point of judgment, but just to find out, get to the crux, I don't know. Get to the root of the situation. I've dropped a card. It's the Fool card, by the way. Just sort of tell you a bit of a leap of faith within yourself, and it could be a leap of faith in regards to you know, being honest, but without being honest, kind of going, you've done this wrong. This is what I tell you know, in my healing, if you want a solution out of a situation, take out the words of judgment. Very simple to do. There's you, I, and me. Basically, you take out those three words in the conversation. After that, you're talking about us and we. The moment you start doing that, you leave space for the other person to contribute to the solution. And then once the person is involved in the solution, they feel a lot better, you feel a lot better, and world, it gets a little bit brighter and a little bit better. That's what I mean here. And I think that's what you got to do in that week here. Here's another card that wants to jump out. King of Swords. Just thought I'd tell you. Okay. Now, let's look at week 4. It will give you that clarity and direction going forward for you. Let's just see what's going on in week 4. Hermit. I think you're going to discover a lot of things about the people around you by the end of the month. You know, you're putting into it. This is what that Ace of Pentacles is all about. You're going after, you know, you've learned the shadow side of yourself, but also about other people as well. And I think this is, you know, you've got that star card. You've got that star up in their lantern. Where is it? Up there, right? And there, you know, that's what you're going towards. And I think you've got to be curious about it. If you want to climb a mountain, you've got to be curious about, sometimes you're going to, you know, I used to take up, gas bottles and stuff like that to the shepherds up in the top of the Pyrenees Mountains when I first got in the mountains. It was absolutely brilliant, you know, bringing up food and stuff like that for them as well. It was great. Did it on a donkey. I wasn't on the donkey. The stock was on the donkey. And the donkeys are great. They know the best path. And you often follow the donkey. But sometimes a donkey will start down the path and they'll realise that that's the wrong path and then kind of go, okay, I'll go over there. And they'll be curious about what path is the best place to go down. I'm not calling you a donkey, by the way, Taurus. I'd call you a bull, but not a donkey. And that's where that curiosity comes into play. It's going to help you discover a lot about how you want life. And the clearer you can be with yourself, I'm dropping cards all over the place. The clearer you can be with yourself, the clearer life is going to be. And it's going to be a lot better for you. Okay? There's way too many cards to even contemplate taking them into consideration. So I'm not going to tell you what they are. But Yeah, that's on the relationship side. Let's have a quick look what's going on the material side. Hang on a second, Taurus. I've just realised I've got something that's not working and recording. There you go, Taurus. Let me just get it all sort of work together. Yeah, let's have a look, see what's going on in your material front, your workspace. I'm interested in seeing this side of things. Your karmic path on your material side is strength. Working towards your strength. I don't have to tell you to quell your doubts in a situation, but sometimes, Taurus, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it's kind of going, it's like the donkey. I'm not going to call you a donkey again, that's really bad. But it's like, sometimes you'll give up on something that might be very difficult because it's easier to do something else. And, it's not necessarily sort of kind of getting easier to work this way, but it's easier to work loads so you don't have to concentrate on your relationships, for example. That's the sort of thing. And I think that's where you've got to be strong within yourself and realize the limitations of everything within your workspace, within your career path, within your business and your projects and stuff like that. Be strong and true to who you are. Don't forget that that healthy work play balance needs to be in everybody's life. So how's the universe influencing you? The Empress in the first week here. So you've got the change of fortunes on the relationship side, and you've got the Empress now on the left on your material side. This is about that whole idea of having controls over your emotions and going after what is possible in accordance to everything that is going on around you. So the thing about the Empress card here, she has a control over her emotions. That's why she's sat on a log that looks like a heart. Yeah. And that is her foundations. That's her earth, basically. But she's also got waterfalls around her. There's a little bit of wind going on and what have you. So she's taking into account all the elements around her in order to advance herself in the future. And that creates enormous amounts of possibilities. And in this first week here, I think you're going to be noticing around you within your business, within your job, your career path, or whatever it is you're doing in the material world, you're going to start noticing if you've got a bit of control over your emotions and you're not too, sort of engaged emotionally in the material world. It's very particular. I think you're going to really start sort of seeing lots and lots of possibilities. Okay, for the second week, you get the Five of Swords. This is what I mean about the strength card. The strength of realizing that some things are not... If someone's shaking a red rag in your face, you may well react. And I think here is with the Empress card here, I think you're learning to walk away from conflicts that doesn't really sort of gain you anything. And this is not necessarily, if you beat them, you might earn yourself an extra $100, but at the same time, you might create a reputation for you which is not conducive to making more money in the future, if you know what I mean. It's walking away from situations that, you might have been able to make a few dollars out of it, but in the long run, is it really beneficial to you? That's where you got to be conscious about going on. The third week, you get the Four of Swords. I think this provides a lot of healing from you, and I think it's almost as if like you now know you're going to be right. You know you're right. You feel at home with yourself. You feel at home at one with yourself in regards to what you're doing in your career path and everything like that. And it may be a stand that you need to take to sort of say, no, I'm not going to do this because this is morally not correct. This does not contribute so the world is a better place. If you want a business that works really well, I would look after your employees really well because they are the people who are going to make your business work really well. So this is what, this is where it's, you might have someone within your work that's trying to cut corners, and you might have to turn around and sort of say, look, I'm not going to fight you over this. We're not going to do that. And I think it's I'm not going to fight you over it. It's it's not worth arguing. We're just going to go ahead and treat each other with a bit more sort of respect. And I think this is what sort of like brings out that whole sort of logical evolution, basically, within you. It's like, God forbid, the idea of employing someone just because of their pigmentation. That just seems so ludicrous to me. I would employ the best person for the job. That's as simple as it is. You know what I mean? I would help people out wherever I possibly can. But at the same time, I wouldn't. Don't ask me to fly a plane because I'm not a pilot. You know what I mean? And you can't say, oh well, you got blue eyes, therefore you can fly a plane because we haven't got many people who can fly a plane. That sort of thing. That just seems completely doolally. And it's very disrespectful to a lot of people. Regardless. So that's that sort of thing. Is just adhering to natural logical thing. We're all in the same boat. No one's going anywhere. We might as well just, start learning to play together, and play together within the material world is going to be really great. It's going to turn you into a winner. Really is going to turn you into a winner. There is something that's coming into your life at the moment that seems to be a little bit trying with you. It's like a moral thing, I think, more than anything else. And that's what I was saying on the Eight of Cups. Being, morally correct with yourself, and stick by it, because it's going to bring you victories. That's what that Ace of Swords is about. That Ace of Swords is taking your regal place, that crown. Take it, own it. It is yours. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, what you do, and everything like that. What you believe and everything like that. In the material world is what your results, what you do, how you apply yourself in all of that. And that, I think it's really important going forward, just to take this human species on a trajectory which is much more beneficial for everybody concerned. I think it'd be absolutely beautiful. So, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your support for this channel. We're going to do a bit of clarification with the Light Seers cards. There's loads of ways in which you can support us, all through the YouTube sort of rhythm, sort of subscribing and all of that sort of thing. But there's also links in the description below. You'll also find a link to an email, because I'm going to be giving workshops in the UK in September, October to do with energy, and also in the US in October, November. I'm also trying to open the possibility of going to Australia. So if you're out there and if you've got people that would be interested in doing it, please do send us an email. There's also private readings and etc. There's loads of links. Go and knock yourself out. So with the overall energy, yes, be the leader of your path. You can't be the leader of anybody else's path. Doing what you do is going to inspire a lot of other people around you. And getting involved in that curiosity sort of thing. And realise, sometimes we do things, and yes, they may work. And then later on in life, as we go further down the path, we may realise that kind of going, actually, that's not the best way to do it. I need to adjust it. I was wrong there. And recognising that within oneself, all of a sudden you can change. It's not a crime being wrong. Not at all. In fact, it helps everybody when you can at least recognise it. That is the important thing. And learn from it. That is what a true karmic path is. That's what a true righteous person would do. So, be your leader. Be that curiosity. You get with the Ace of Pentacles on your relationship side. You get the Wheel of Fortune. You've already got it in the first week. I think it starts with that. It brings in a lot of luck into your life. It helps you to realise a lot of what's going on around you. And it's you who creates this luck. Luck doesn't just fall from the sky. You create it by engaging with life. With this change of fortune, you get the Fool. Did I say the Fool came up earlier? Yeah, it did when I dropped it earlier on. The Fool. And this is a bit of a leap of faith for you. Because you're very traditional. You like things the way they are, that they work, and that people are straight and everything like that. And sometimes the world can not be a little bit like that. So it's putting yourself out there. And, you do put yourself at risk when you put yourself out there. But then nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess, and that sort of sense, and just sort of allow that sort of like leap of faith to really engage with you as you go forward. Let's just see what's going on in the second week. Now, you got this Justice card, bringing yourself back to harmonious state with everyone that is around you. This is beautiful. It's not that you're going to be the belle of the ball. It could well be, or the king of the castle, depending on which way you sort of lean, as it were. But I think it's here is this harmony that brings within your life just creates a lot of social activity that is around you. And, I don't think we can forgive another person, because in order to forgive another person, you need to judge them. And I'm nobody's judge. You know what I mean? I'm my own judge. I grew up in London. I had a rude youth, let's put it that way. And I learned a lot. But I didn't keep repeating the same mistakes, because I learned. And, that's what that harmony is all about. Don't be judgmental to someone. I say that because we're moving into the Four of Cups as well. And so, I would stick clear of any sort of judgment upon the world that is around you. The moment you stop doing that, 10 of Cups, pure happiness coming into your life, because you're going to let things go really easy. And once you start letting things go really easy, it's going to be so good for you. Really good for you. With the Hermit cards, you get the 9 of Pentacles. Everything becomes possible. Once you start striving for the best situation, or the best example of yourself, or the ultimate of what you want to live, this is where nature itself, or the vibration itself, will start, producing fruits that provide for you as you gradually going along. And it is connecting with everything. It's a lot of communication there involved as well. She's holding up this bird here. And it's to communication with other people, but it's also connecting with everything that is around you. And it looks really, really good in your relationship side. If you just take that courage to kind of sort of say, I'm going to enjoy it, and bring a little bit of balance back into that work ethic sort of scenario. Let's just see what's going on your material side. Yeah, with the Strength, carrying too much. This is all about that work play ethic, getting back into balance. And I think you need to curb those sort of that sort of thing within your financial thing. You will do the work that you need to do, and you will get the results. I know that, Taurus. You know that. And by hook, by crook, you'll get those results. But just don't try and carry too much. Is it worth winning? And that's what the Five of Swords is all about. This could be something to do with you. It could be an internal fight within you. So, is it worth winning? Basically, that's what it seems to be like. With the Empress card, you get the Seven of Wands. Yeah, concentrating on your well-being. Centralizing the thing, getting a lot more confidence in yourself. This is what the Strength card is all about. Confidence is built when it's like luck. It's very similar to luck. It's the opposite to luck, but it works on the same basis. So once I do something, I've got the confidence to do it again. And when I do it again, I could do it better than I did it the first time around. There is a possibility for that. And I think that's with the Empress card here, with all of these possibilities and having control over your emotions, it's concentrating on you and you being the best example of yourself and creating a lot of confidence within you to go forth, to change those things, to organize that internal conflict that you might have within yourself. Yeah, it's the Five of Swords here in the second week here is so avoiding conflicts that sort of like are going to make you stuck. The moment you start avoiding that conflict within you and sort of saying, I can't do that because shouldn't I work these extra 20,000 hours in this week because I'll get the results. If you start doing it like that and ignoring yourself, I think you'll find yourself a little bit stuck. So I wouldn't if I was you. And you will be forced into a position where you will get healing regardless. So I do a lot of healing, and when some people come and see me, they kind of go, my back is really bad and everything like that. My lower back is really bad. And I say to them, that's where you stop the stress of trying to do too many things. Then therefore your back is talking to you and you should listen to your back. And they, if you do not listen to yourself, your back will stop you from moving, therefore you can't work, therefore you can't make any money, but it's going to provide you healing. It's a bit of a blessing in disguise. So with that blessing in disguise, yeah, planning and realization. I think this is where you come into a stage here with this healing of kind of going, okay, I'm now getting back into a harmonious work play ethic within my life. I've got to plan my workspace or how I work in life a lot better in the future. And the moment you start doing that, you're going to get ultimate victories and you're going to be called on a mission. It's going to open up a lot of doors. And I think that comes as well from the Empress. It's something that's brewing all the way through. And that's that 8 of Cups of going into that curious space of learning about things that that you don't know or you want to discover within the material world. And it's with that victory, and it's a victory within you because you are taking that crown on that Ace of Swords and saying, yes, I'm taking this victory, I'm claiming it. And then when you do claim it, that's going to give you that possibility of having that clear direction and a call to mission of yourself. It can also be that someone's coming into your life to help you do that. That gives that sort of Knight of Swords sort of energy to you, that you might see them and kind of go, oh, that's interesting. I like the way Dave or Jane does that. Yeah, that's inspired me to go on my own mission in my life. Okay, there you go, Taurus. Hope you have a lovely August. I've been calling it. What did I call it? Own it in August. Some people have said align in August, and there was another comment. If I've forgotten that comment, there was another comment that someone suggested, because I did ask for people to suggest what they think August could be according to the collective reading. And there's someone else that said something. I'll remember it at some point, and I do thank you for that comment. And it was really good. It was something like combining vibrations and stuff like that. Yeah, check it out. Check out the collective reading as well. That'll help you out loads. You've got your weeklies coming out as well. I see you over there. We'll be talking about this section here within the month of August. Thank you very much for your support. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.